So what do you think is the major issue for Louisiana? Is it the coast? Is that the major issue in terms of infrastructure?
Stephen, I think it's resiliency, and resilience, in my opinion, it means making investments in our coast, managing the river and Mississippi River and South Powell rivers in a very different way than we're managing them today, in a way that actually helps to protect and restore our community. It means building levees in some areas, building pump stations in some areas. It's elevating homes and businesses in some areas. It's really a combination of different approaches that are largely embodied in the state's coastal master plan that's out there, and integrating these different approaches and looking at the most cost-effective way of making sure we have a resilient ecosystem, resilient fisheries, resilient economy, resilient culture, and making sure that when it rains and we have hurricanes, it's more so another day because us having catastrophic losses, flooding, and failures. We saw, for example, in August in the capital region and around Baton Rouge.
Sure. The sense that you might have in terms of the Republican Congress, obviously, you're going to have to get funding for those things in terms of infrastructure, the Louisiana coast, etc. The president at this point in time is talking about major infrastructure program. So have you started the communications with the administration about that?
We have, and we're trying to kind of redefine what the term infrastructure means, indicating that infrastructure doesn't just mean roads and bridges. Infrastructure means other good investments, like in some cases levees, like in some cases actually building or restoring walls. Those are all components of infrastructure that need to be considered as part of this overall package. We recommended a number of infrastructure projects in Louisiana as part of this overall infrastructure package that the current White House is contemplating. Everything from a bridge and across the Mississippi River in Baton Rouge, finishing I-49 south connecting Lafayette and New Orleans. Projects like LA1 in the Foose Palace, many other projects in Louisiana that really have national significance.
So in terms of trying to define or redefine, do you think there'll be, say, a lot of competition between, say, the projects that are, say, water-based versus, say, roads and bridges and other type of infrastructure?
Steve, I think there's going to be a lot of competition, period. I think that every state you can go to them, every member of Congress you can go to them, and they will identify probably billions of dollars worth of projects that they consider to be priorities. One of the things about Louisiana, as much as I'm probably biased because it's where I live and where I represent, the reality is that you have few areas in the country that have such national significance. And you and I have spoken about this in the past. The fact that we literally power this nation's economy with all the energy that we produce. We're the ones who facilitate trade and commerce. We're home to America's commerce superhighway. The most important trade corridor in the United States is the Mississippi River system. That the only way to get in and out of it is coming through our state, going through our ports and waterways. We're home to 5 of the top 15 ports in the United States. We're home to one of only 2 places in the nation where you have 6 Class 1 rail lines. We feed America with all of our fisheries and seafood coming off the Gulf. Louisiana is the top seafood producer in the continental United States. So look, the things that we facilitate, the trade that we facilitate, the energy that we facilitate, these are nationally significant issues. And you can't replace the role that Louisiana plays in our national economy. And so while there is going to be a lot of competition because I think of a lack of infrastructure funding for a number of years, I think a bureaucratic process through the Corps of Engineers and in some cases getting highway projects, road projects built. So there's been a lack of progress. So there is a sort of pent-up demand for infrastructure projects and dollars. And I think you're going to see, as I said, billions and billions of dollars in projects proposed by each state. But I'm really excited about the chances Louisiana has to advance some of our priorities because of our national significance.